The congressional candidate from the 2nd District, Ron Eller, joins us. Ron, good morning, sir, in the big chair in studio. How are you, sir?
Good morning, Mr. Gallo. I'm doing well, thank you.
It is a pleasure. If you will pull that microphone just a little bit closer to you, then it turns into smell-o-vision and live and living color, and also tingles if you touch it. So there we go.
Very good.
A little bit about Ron Eller. Who is Ron Eller, and what banner are you running under? And tell us about how you got here.
Well, I'm running under the GOP banner as a Republican. I'm a lifelong Republican, and I've had a long course, you could say. I spent 20-plus years active duty in the military. I went from the pay grades of E1 to E7. I was a warrant officer and retired as a captain. And during my time in the military, I had a lot of honors bestowed upon me that showed that I had leadership potential. And in fact, President Reagan in 1988, I was working on his staff, told me that I ought to run for office. And several things have come up over the last couple of years that brought that back to the forefront for me. And then when Congressman Thompson on February 16th of 2021 came out on national news after President Trump was acquitted the second time under the impeachment and said he was suing Trump, I said, that's not right. It makes us in the state look stupid. It's a waste of taxpayer money. It's double jeopardy. And then you come forward a little while, and the January 6th Commission, Benny Thompson is sitting as the chairman of the January 6th Commission, and that's not right. I'm not a legal scholar, but I can figure out that if you've already pre-prejudiced yourself, then you should have recused yourself from that position and should not be sitting in that position. And if you look across my time in public service, I've spent 20-plus years working in healthcare here in Mississippi, doing cardiac and thoracic surgery as a physician assistant. And I also started my own business in the outdoor industry, making deer feed, deer attractants, things like this. So it gives me a unique perspective. I sit on both sides of a paycheck and have, a unique skill set to offer for the nation.
Give me an idea how it's been when you've been knocking door to door in that district.
Well, knocking door to door has been a little bit of a challenge. I've had a few folks slam a door in my face, and I've had some Democrats say, I'm going to vote for the first time for a Republican in my life, and have actually written me a check. So I see those as positive things. When I talk to people in the district, like I tell them, I said, if you refer back to your Bible, Acts 17:26, from one man he built all nations, and we're that one race, one person, one family. In Mississippi, I look at us as being a family. When I was in the military, I developed a concept that I referred to as foxhole mentality. In the foxhole, the first thing you figure out is there's really no atheists. The next thing you figure out, the only thing that matters about the person next to you is their American flag on that shoulder, because your life depends on them and their life depends on you, and everybody gets along in the foxhole. Well, Mississippi more closely reflects that than any place I've ever lived. And when I look across America, I don't see a red America, a blue America, a white America, a black America. I see Americans, and we are a family, and we must be united as a family, just like we were after Pearl Harbor, like we were after 9/11. I believe that there is a faction out there that wants to keep us divided, because they can keep us divided as a nation and as a people. We're easier to control. So, it goes back also to the Bible, Luke 11:17, a kingdom that is divided is a house that'll fall. And our founding fathers talked about this. Patrick Henry in his last public address in 1799, united we stand, divided we fall. Well, I'm asking the people of Mississippi to stand behind me. It's time that we get a positive change in the 2nd Congressional District and move the 2nd Congressional District forward. Since about mid-1980s, it was 1983, that Democratic leadership took control of the 2nd Congressional District. At that point, the 2nd Congressional District was affluent, and now when you look at the 2nd Congressional District, there are 30 counties, 16 of which are in the top 100 poorest counties in the nation. 5 of those are in the top 10 poorest counties in the nation. That's the economic plan they had for the 2nd District, and that's the economic plan I see them now trying to put on the rest of the country. Because if I can make you dependent on the government, then I can control your vote. If I can keep you divided,
I agree,
I can control
100%.
your vote.
Ron, it's frustrating to know that until the people who vote take some responsibility and understand it is not about ethnicity, it's not about party, who is going to be able to make them better off or dig them out of this or give them the guidance that they need now. Benny doesn't have a problem. Benny is worth over $5 million.
Correct.
He's, according to some reports on the internet. So Benny's doing okay, but everybody else has gotten poorer during his tenure. But until they start understanding this, and I know that's an almost impossible job or message to get across, but we wish you good luck. I mean, going door to door is one of the ways, and hopefully it gives you some hope and gives other people hope in the future. Whether you're an African American or Caucasian American running against this guy, it's very tough to beat. You know that.
Yes, sir. Well, if you look across the district, my recollection is the district is D plus 14. In other words, 14 Democrat to every one Republican. The district is 65.2% black. And, I believe that it is change and leadership that is needed, and I can provide leadership. I know leadership. That's what I've done all my life is leadership. And sometimes when people look at me, they see me kind of as a stuffed shirt. I know I'm a little rigid. My time in the military has probably made me that way.
Yeah.
No one is more professional than I.
Did Perez call you that when you came in? He didn't call you rigid, did he?
Well, we'll say he gave me the, I'll use a Polynesian word, the pilau maka. He gave me the stink eye. Rough translation.
Perez gave you the stink eye.
Oh, yeah. But he's very cordial. Got me some water.
God bless him. God bless him. All right, final thoughts from you, and what do you want the people to do on Election Day?
Well, June 28th, the primary runoff is coming up. I need the people to get out there and support me. We need to really change the way the primary went. The primary did not have a good turnout. And when I look at myself as a candidate versus the fellow that I'm running against, there are some stark differences. He is a military vet, ex-Navy. I'm a retired Army officer. And, I have gained a lot of national attention from different organizations and different people like General Flynn, SEAL PAC, Black PAC, which is a group of conservative minorities. And the one I'm really particularly proud of is SEAL PAC because I'm a retired Army officer. My opponent is a Navy vet. And when the Navy SEALs come out and endorse the Army guy, that's like the Navy standing up and cheering for the Army team in the Army-Navy game.
That's patriotism there.
Yeah. Well, that's what, there's probably nothing else that needs to be said. When they look up at me and they say, that's the guy, I'm the guy.
It would be akin to the Americans beating the Russians in hockey.
Yes, sir.
But it could be done because there's going to be a terrible, terrible turnout. And if Republicans and everybody who's a Democrat are disenchanted with Benny Thompson, it's going to be very difficult for him to get his people out. I mean, they'll turn out, but again, the turnout's going to be just anemic. If for some reason the Republicans turned out en masse, you never know what could happen.
Yes, sir. Well, I believe there's a perfect storm about to occur. When you look at the situation, one, nationally, the economics is terrible. Economics has been terrible in the 2nd Congressional District for an extended period of time. Two, Benny Thompson's going to be 75 in November. I'll be 62 plus 1 day on Election Day. I believe that a perfect storm is occurring and that change is coming. And when I think about the 2nd Congressional District, particularly when we're talking about economics, agriculture is a key component of that. And when you look at agriculture, not only is that a key component for economic development within the 2nd Congressional District, but that's a national security issue.
Yeah.
When you consider what's going on in Ukraine, I'm understanding that a third of the world's wheat comes out of Ukraine, and we could end up with a world famine, which is the kind of thing that sets you up for World War III.
Well, here's the other thing, too, Ron, and I hope it hasn't been forgotten in some of the things that you've been talking about to your people, that Benny Thompson basically single-handedly killed the Yazoo pumps.
That's correct.
And there are a lot of people near the levee, African-American, Caucasian-American, Hispanic-Americans, Americans, period, that are upset with him. So good luck to you coming up on the runoff on the 28th of June.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for coming by. I appreciate it.
Well, can I give my website?
Please do it
contact
real quick.
information.
Yeah.
My website is voteroneller.com. If you want to learn more about me, about my stance on issues, please go there. You can donate there. My phone number is real easy. It's 888-ELLER-22, because in 22, we're taking back the 2nd Congressional District, and we're taking back America. That's 888-355-3722. I need your vote on the 28th. I look forward to serving you, the people of Mississippi. Thank you.
Got it. Ron, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Good luck to you.
Thank you.